Know you better, coach. How was the preparation to the run-up of this tournament?
First of all, thank you so much. To talk about the preparation, I think we have a good preparation in our country. So a couple of months, and even we have good training matches, similar to the competition. So I think we are ready to take the competition.
And Bangladesh and Bhutan have always been a topsy-turvy rivalry, especially at this level. So what are your thoughts on your opponents tonight?
Yeah, every competition when we face a Bangladesh, they are a good side. Every time we have been, good competition, especially with the Bangladesh. But nevertheless, every time, last year, before last year also we faced in a good match, and we have taken a lot of lessons. So from previous year we have, learned a lot of things. So this year we have prepared for this, and I think it will work on our ideas, and we hope the best.
Thank you so much. The head coach of the Bhutan under-19. Yeah, good evening, coach. Your team played with a lot of freedom against Maldives in the first half. So what went wrong in the second 45?
Oh, second 45, our player try their best, but little mistake. That's why second half.
And what is your take on the Bhutan side?
Bhutan also a good team, but our player already prepared to play against Bhutan. This match will be competitive, and our player ready to compete.
Thank you so much. His side got a bit India will take on Nepal on the 13th of May in their second group game. And now the teams are getting ready to make their way into the center stage. Remarkable circumstances for Bangladesh to get it, but they looked confident and purposeful with the head coach who has underplayed them but surely hasn't underworked them. And that was very evident in their first game, and Maldives completely outplayed in the middle of the park. Things took a dramatic turnaround in the second 45. All these intangible aspects, the psychological parts which the coaches needs to handle, they must have prepared well for this. Fresh from a day's gap. The two coaches like to take the game by the scruff of its neck and play attacking football and always concentrate in getting one more goal than the other. So here comes the stars then. We'll have a look at the team lineups. We'll begin with Bhutan, the designated home team. U-19 gets a start alongside Yugen Dorji and Shiwang. All starts today. Keldon Dorji and Thinley Yezer down the wings. Tenzin and Dendup Shering leading the line. It's a 4-4-2 from the Dragon Boys for this game. And Bangladesh, they remain unchanged from that entertaining 2-all against Maldives. Let's get into the team news of Bangladesh then. Salahuddin keeps his place at right back. Kamal and Samuel plays in midfield alongside each other, with Murshid Ali and Sri Surain very active down the wings in the previous game. And the two goal scorers, Faisal and Rifat, starts as usual up front. And they stick to a 4-4-2. Now the crowd waiting in eagerness for the kickoff. In the first edition in 2015, Bangladesh finished as the runners-up of Group A. They lost the semi-final to India in tie-break. On more compact pitches, here there's no complaint about the bounce and how that is one of the challenges of playing in the northeast as well. And everywhere you go, there's a different feel to the grass and different bounce and different challenges of the conditions. A lot of the ground to cover. It's all about keeping possession. It's important to, especially in games like this, when you're coming up against a quality opposition, you want to make them work for the On this auspicious eve of Mother's Day, the banner. And of conceding late in the game. And Bangladesh, they surprised a lot of football fans and onlookers with their first half performance against Maldives. Completely overpowered them and then couldn't hold on to the lead in the second half. And that is why they need a victory to keep their qualification hopes alive. As for Bhutan, they need to be careful, be patient and probe. A generosity of colour in the stands as the SAFF Under-19 Championship back after 2 years. 2 years which have seen them reach the heights and then topple to the bottom. 2 years which have seen some faces stay and some leave. The churn of football and its many facets go on at South Asia. Maybe this time they can do it again, but Bhutan will have their say this evening. This particular encounter hanging in the balance, given their head-to-head record at this regional youth championship. And now we get ready for the national anthem of the two teams.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Bhutan. And now the national anthem
Now the two teams will shape up for the keep-safe photographs. Is Bhutan under 19 against Bangladesh under 19, the second game of Group A. Now the two captains, Yugen Dorji, will be leading the Bhutan side. He will be marshalling the defense alongside Yonten Shiwang and Wangchuk, who's starting as a left fullback. The Thinley Yenzen, all eyes will be on him, can generate a lot of pace. And on the eve of the Mother's Day, it's a wonderful initiative from the SAFF, a great tribute to all the mothers across the globe. Bhutan, can they get beyond the group stages this season? That will be the primary target. And for Bangladesh, they do not want to settle for anything less than 3 points. And now the referee contingents will be joined by the two captains, Nazmul Faisal, the skipper of Bangladesh, and Yugen Dorji, the captaining the Bhutan under 19 side. The Bangla Tigers, as they like to call themselves, ranked 183. The Dragon Boys, can they get the better of Bangladesh for the second time in the history of the SAFF under 19? You got to keep your eyes on this contest. The referee in charge of this game is Maharajan Nabindra, the centre referee, and the two assistants Bhujal Prakash and DL Sampath, and the fourth official for this game is Jafran Mohammed. Maharajan Nabindra from Nepal is the centre referee. And now the team huddle. The Dragon Boys, can they make a feisty start? We've seen the Bangladesh team, they do prefer making a quick start and settle their nerves. When they leave it late, they do have a habit of conceding cheap goals. Bhutan would certainly want the butterflies in the stomach to settle down. The battle between these two teams have always promised goals in bulks. And that is the ultimate mission, is to entertain the fans and play attractive brand of football. So we are all set for kickoff here. This is match number 3 coming your way, live and exclusive on the YouTube channel of Sportzworkz. It's Bhutan under 19 up against Bangladesh under 19. Two teams who will go for it. An array of talent that can do the audacious as well as the simple. This is not the start of the tournament. This is when the top 2 is here today and gone tomorrow. So these are the teams, the characters and plots for tonight, both unrelenting in their quest for the semi-final spot. Early possession for Bhutan. They would be watchful. It's Rinjin Dorji from the BFF Academy FC. Will help the side during the build-up. Tenzin spreading it out wide, testing the keeper. Somehow managed to keep it out. Ismail Hussain, early test for the Bangladesh custodian. And now releasing Mithu Chaudhary from the far left. He's got a couple of players ahead of him to aim at. Keeps going, trying to adjust his feet. loses track of the ball, but the Bangladesh players are pretty close to the ball. They're spreading it to the right. Murshid Ali double teamed. A clear plan is visible against the Bangladesh's number 11. Sonam Demdup just studying this Bangladesh side. Ghulam Rabi Chotan will, however, try to play to his strength. His wing-based style given him results in the past. Just those little adjustments in defense he's made for this particular encounter. Ashikur Rahman and Sunny Das. Those two remain intact. Kamal and Samuel Raksam will have a very, very big role to play. Shiwang, the right full back of Bhutan. Qenzan Wangchuk is the left full back, the number 6. And Tinle Yezer operating as a left midfielder. Keldon Dorji starting on the right wing. A beautiful combination play. Goes for it first time. It's Tinle for the second time. Putting the ball into the penalty area. But that was too close to the goalkeeper. And no damage done. A comfortable collection for Ismail Hussain. He's represented the Bangladesh under-20 team as well. Plays his club football for Mohammedan Sporting in the Bangladesh Premier League. He's got 3 appearances this season and managed to keep 1 clean sheet in their domestic tournament. A lack of pace. Both the teams will look to test waters before dipping their toes onto it. Urging for that run from Tinle. The ball just eventually running out of his feet. It will be challenging for this Bhutan side to cope up with the AstroTurf, where there is a slight imbalance whenever the surface area of the ball comes in contact. They trade in AstroTurf in Bhutan as well. Oh, that's a threatening run from the number 22. He pulls it back, but couldn't find his teammate, who lost his footing and went off balance. Very adventurous from Tinle. Rides the challenge from Mithu Chaudhary. Tries to find Tenzin right on the edge of the 6-yard box. 5 minutes of play gone. Predominantly Bhutan looking to attack from the left wing. It looks like a lopsided formation. They're slightly more attacking down the left hand side, not so much from the right. But Keldon Dorji stays wide on the far right, almost hugging the touchline, where you do expect a right full back to stay there occasionally. Yugen Dorji, the captain, plays it across to his defensive partner Yonten, who finds Shuang. That was helter-skelter. Bangladesh coming back through Murshid Ali, who chips it forward. It's Fazal. No creativity from the Bangla Tigers down the middle. Both the midfields yet to impose themselves. A couple of moves going forward can get them those confident. Oh, fine press from Rifat Qazi. Bhutan just losing possession deep inside their own territory. Bangladesh looking to spread out, making players available. There's a sharp turn. Rifat Qazi takes a tumble, asking for a penalty. Get up, says the man in the centre. Maharjan Nabendra just looks away and waves away the protest. Chance for a counter. He's catching eyeballs already. Thinle Yezer. The South Asian regions, plenty of players that emerge day in and day out on the wings, in the full back positions. Supply line slightly timid when it comes to producing quality centre backs, midfielders and strikers. In the South Asian regions, we've got tremendous potential in the wide areas. The All India Football Federation, especially since the last couple of seasons, taking the initiative of disbanding foreign players from the lower divisions and also from the state leagues, which was a welcoming sign. We saw a rise of few bright prospects from the I-League second division, from the I-League and ISL. Bangladesh will have to cut down on their mistakes. And that's a solid recovery from Samuel. It doesn't get the ball through. Defending in two banks of four, Bhutan. Running through the inner channel, goes directly for goal, testing the keeper at his near post. Ismail Hussain called into action for the third time in this game. Now the angle was very tight, but still deciding to test the keeper. And even though Tenzin was waiting in the middle, but tell you what, Keldon Dorji has thought differently. Rinzin Dorji getting ready to take the corner. The first of this game. Here is that outswing floater, problem for the keeper. He did manage to get his fingertip onto it. Bhutan will look to keep up the pressure. Now this was the corner. A lot of height. Lack of pace though. Ham Tenzin. Dispossessed. And now Bangladesh looking to throw on a counter. Lack of numbers in the front line. And eventually the move breaks down. 10 minutes of play gone. Bhutan have seen plenty of the ball in this first 10 minutes. Just making the Bangladesh side ball hungry. They play to their feet, slow down the tempo, trying to draw Bangladesh out of their zone and eyeing for the gap in between the defense line. Trying to make players available in between the lines. It's a clever touch, working it towards Murshid Ali. Centrally, it breaks for Ashaqur Rahman. The centre back who likes to join the attack, does possess that ability to carry the ball forward. Was a ambitious try. Shiwang not tested so far by Suren, who looked heavily involved against Maldives in the opening game. The onus will be on the likes of Kamal and Samuel to involve him more. Had a very productive game, Murshid Ali, Rifat Qazi as well. Here is Golam Rabi Chotan. Will be looking for an early goal. That will set the tempo, and now getting in behind. Shots for the number 11. What a finish, Murshid Ali. The flag stayed down. Great individual goal. And Bangladesh, against the run of play they strike, taking the Bhutan defence by surprise. Kyuenzing Wangchuk caught napping, and Murshid Ali takes full toll. Bangladesh draw the first blood. It's 1-0. Just accelerating at the right time, beating the offside trap, getting it ahead of the defender. Was claiming for an offside. Did well to continue his run. Murshid Ali, and Wangchuk was left way behind. And just like the opening game against Maldives, Bangladesh they score within the first quarter. Let's see how Bhutan they respond. A real test of character. Holding off pretty well. They're crowding out the center of the park. Struggling to get the feel of the ball at this point. The goal just working as a tonic for Bangladesh. Just forcing them a quicker tempo. They spend their time on the ball. Continues to follow that template of passing it from the back line. No joy so far from the left hand side for Suren. Bangladesh very active through Murshid Ali. He plays for Forties FC. We saw the Indian team the other day. 7 of the 11 players from Manipur. A few of them having the experience of playing in the Indian Super League. Undoubtedly one of the strong contenders for the title. The scoring haven't been an issue for Bangladesh. It's all about holding onto those leads. Another positive first half beginning. Murshid Ali. He was traced by 2 orange shirts.
1-1, 1-1.
First corner for Bangladesh of this game. The goal scorer,
Focus, focus.
the designated set piece taker of this team. I saw him whip a couple of useful deliveries in the last game. And that's an in-dipper. They're claiming for a handball. A chaos in the goal mouth. Now Bhutan looking to stream out. Now the Bangladesh defense tidying up. Nicely cut out by Murshid Ali. A fine in-swinger from that corner. Now the goalkeeper somehow was hoodwinked by that curl. Just cleared off the line. Things doesn't look pretty for Bhutan at the moment. Even though they had more of the ball in the first 10 minutes. A free kick from the right. Comfortable height for the defender to clear. Now tearing away at the other end. Nazmul Faisal. He's got that tremendous ability to hold off players. In the center of things, as always, has been in the middle of all the goods that Bangladesh have produced so far. The 6 participating teams in this edition of the SAFF Under-19 Championship, divided into 2 groups. And after today's match day, the groups eventually would start to take shape. A victory for Bangladesh takes them to 4 points. Will give them a fair chance of making it to the knockout stage. No room for damage control with the matches coming thick and fast. Need quick recovery. Just running out of ideas, the Bhutan side in the final third. A lack of communication. Rinzin Dorji preparing to take it short, which he does, gets the return, chance for a cross, whipped in towards the far post, kept alive on the right corner of the penalty area. It's back in, nicely dealt with by Ashikur Rahman. A quick feet from Faisal. And no progress allowed, and the move eventually coming to an abrupt halt, surrounded by 3 orange shirts. Was he pulled down? The referee just asking him to get up. Maharjan Nabendra just feels nothing serious in there. They're trying to make something happen from the central areas. The Tenzin devoid of service and just forcing him to drop into midfield and support the likes of Sonam Dorji and Kelvin Dorji. Lacking in cohesiveness. That spark somewhat missing from Bhutan's front line. Now chase on here. This could be trouble. Rifat Qazi forcing into mistake. And getting the players back behind the ball. As Bhutan, some midfield battle tussle for the ball. Oh, running into an orange shirt. It's still with Bangladesh. A much better route to go out wide. The pass is intercepted well. There's a number 9, Tenzin, in a defensive role. His coach certainly would want him to participate more in the attack. Down the middle, here comes Bangladesh, a shot from distance. That went over the crossbar. Just couldn't apply the right technique. You cannot afford shooting space to this Bangladesh side. Nazmul Faisal and Rifat Qazi very accurate with their attempts. Just one shot on goal from Bhutan in the first 24 minutes. A couple of openings from the left wing, one down the right. And now waiting for support to arrive. It does arrive in the form of Murshid Ali. He's got players around him. Fends off the challenge somehow. They will rebuild and reboot. Just rotating the ball from the right to the left. Try to get it through the legs. Just closing the door down at the right moment. Rinzin Dorji over the top into the path of Thinley. He's up against Salahuddin. Thinley away from 2. And the second touch slightly heavy. Still finds an orange shirt. Chance for Bhutan. Back into the territory. Went for the acrobatic. Somehow it's been cleared. Samuel Raksham to the rescue for the Bangla Tigers. Just denying a shooting opportunity to Bhutan. There you go. A spectacular try. Didn't connect. This game never fails to live up to the billing. The players just going down too easily. Referee just allowing those 50-50 battles. Maharjan Nabendra has just allowed the game to flow. No frequent stoppages. Just inviting Bhutan to go for the press, which can open up gaps in midfield. The team in orange just not falling into the trap. Made a slow start, but eventually clawed their way back. Tinley. Rinzin with a hit. A weak effort. Another play called back by the referee. He must have seen something which he didn't like. We'll have a word with the players, and this was the incident. Was held using his hands on that occasion. Shiwang. It's Ashikur Rahman taking the aerial route. Just couldn't find his intended target. This time the crossfield ball finding its mark as Murshid Ali twisting and turning, getting the better of Wangchuk. It's a good looking delivery, might break here for the number 7, and it does find the back of the net. Precision finish, and Bangladesh, they double their lead. It's Soren on the score sheet. They went up by a couple of goals against Maldives as well in the last game. Almost a similar scenario in the second as well. A beautiful build-up, excellent passage of play, and eventually reaping rewards for the Bangla Tigers. This was the cross from Murshid. Doesn't deal with the ball. It was Yontin, the centre-back. No conviction in the clearance. And quickly onto the loose. Wins it clean. And a fine finish. Bhutan are trailing 0-2. That was a much better delivery. The offside flag going up. Just couldn't time his run to perfection. Keldon Dorji. Just by a fraction of a second early. This was the release from the near right. Murshid Ali and Sri Shireen, both the wingers, writing their name in the score sheet. Two very busy players, the two workhorses for Bangladesh. They had a lot of flair into their attack. Both possesses exceptional quality of taking on defenders. And here they come once more. Great turn of pace, just leaving the ball behind slightly. A foul on Yugan Dorji, the captain. He spent time with Transport United in the top division of Bhutan football. Half an hour's play gone. It's Bhutan 0, Bangladesh 2, with goals from Murshid Ali and Sri Soren. Bangladesh would certainly not drop their guard, especially after that lesson from the opening game. You cannot take teams lightly, especially at this level. 1-2 can be a very tricky scoreline. Before the break, if Bhutan manages to at least get to one goal back, that will provide them a good opportunity in the second half to achieve the desired result. A perfect weather condition in Arunachal. It's been raining since last night. There was a cloud cover A slight drizzle in the air right before the kickoff. Temperature eventually dropping by quite a few notches. Now the ball as well picks up excellent pace. You might see the tempo of the game eventually increase in case it rains now. It's Yezer. Great reverse ball, Tenzin. Nicely intercepted. Bangladesh in complete control. Outside of the boot pass. Rifat Qazi getting there with his pace. Rides the challenge. A nice shoulder to shoulder. A shot from the edge. And the deflection just removing the sting of the ball. And making it comfortable for the goalkeeper. Tandin Penja. There it is. Doesn't deal with it, Yugen Dorji. And Rifat Qazi was hot on his heels. Tandin Penja from Sirang FC. Most of the youngsters, they've plied their trade in the Bhutan top division. The team stayed together ahead of this tournament. They had a 3 weeks long preparation camp. Bangladesh are a force to be reckoned with when it comes to the South Asian Championship, even at the senior level. Bhutan trying to mount a comeback. Playing it on the left hand side. Cross comes in, good looking ball. Comfortably gathered by the goalkeeper. And now picking up pace is the Bangladesh captain, Faisal. Stepping in, Kamal, shot comes in. Goes wide. And he's certainly not happy. Just asking his players to close him down. And the shin guard has dropped. Just allowing the Bangladesh side to have a shy at goal. You've got to close down the shooting angles. And no such blocking or snatching in midfield of Bhutan. Sonam Doji. They've started the first half exactly from where they ended the first half against Maldives. Looked like a cut from a different piece of cloth in the second half against the Maldives in the last game. And the fluctuation of mood among the players at this age is bound to happen. And now a one-on-one situation against Yugen. The latter wins the battle. Just trying to be a bit extravagant. Rifat Qazi. And 9 minutes of play left of regulation time in the first half. And Bangladesh, can they put the game to bed in this half itself? Remarkable progression. The performance graph upward sloping when it comes to football. Now this could open up once more for Murshid. Murshid gets the cross in, chesting it down. Wangchuk protecting the ball from reaching a green shirt. No such pressure, under no compulsion. Ashik Rahman and Sanidas Sharing and Tenzin got to try and cut down the passing lanes, especially the number 7 Rinzin Dorji needs to provide that shadow cover to Kamal while building up from the back. Bangladesh occupying the half spaces pretty well. Just forcing them to give the ball away. Salahuddin takes the throw in. Stood firm. It's Wangchuk. They're getting more numbers around and wins the ball clean. Had a very fruitful first half so far, Murshid Ali. Sri Suren didn't look that involved, but he's done the job. It came to life in the final third once. Just applying pressure on the defender from behind, winning it inside the box and putting it past the keeper. Not fully relaxed with the second half performance from the last game would haunt them. Throw in towards the near post. Incredible distance. Murshid. Mithu Chaudhary. Mithu Chaudhary away from one into the side netting. Bhutan having the numerical supremacy. Managing to overload the wide areas. Realizing there's one way Bangladesh gonna play. More emphasis on wing play. Kamal and Samuel time and again would spray those balls into the wide areas. And the switch from the middle of the park has been rapid before the opposition could commit to their manpower. They managed to get in behind the opposition fullbacks. Somehow kept in. A fancy flick. Rifat Qazi doesn't get there. Arunachal Pradesh is taking a lot of pride in hosting this regional youth championship, and it will eventually open doors for the budding players, for the youngsters in the region to take up football as a profession. The Arunachal Football Association also putting in a lot of effort in terms of popularizing the sport in this region where there is so much of talent. And here comes Bhutan. This is looking good for them. Takes a tumble. A clear charge. And he almost tiptoed inside the penalty area from the byline. Mithu Chaudhary just allowing the man to get in front of him. But was there a push is the question. Bangladesh would not want to concede before heading into the break. Goes for that diagonal. Now the captain Faisal asking his teammates to slow things down. Signs of injury. It looks like the hamstring. The referee just asking for the medical intervention. People are watching this from the comfort of their home. Those cutouts just on top of the hills. Lovely view here. So much of passion among the crowd. Football always the number one sport in the Northeast. The crowd certainly do not want to let this opportunity go. A massive turnout and massive attraction during the Santosh Trophy final rounds as well played here. Huge craze for the tickets already for the India versus Nepal game coming up on the 13th. And the spectators here are very neutral. The other day when Maldives scored, I saw the fans celebrate. This was the opening goal of this game. Murshid Ali beating the offside trap, getting in front of his marker and making it 1-0. And the second capitalizing onto a weak clearance, getting it through the legs of the goalkeeper, Sri Shrain. Bangladesh sitting pretty onto this 0-2 lead. Additional time 4 minutes. Now travelling with the ball, Faisal. 1-2 with Murshid.
There will be a minimum of 4 minutes of
Bangladesh, they do not want to give the ball away. They want to play it among themselves and run down the clock. Salahuddin. Taking up that number 10 role. Nazmul Faisal likes to orchestrate play from deep. Yugandorji. They need faster movement of the ball. Foiling under pressure. Now there is gap. Lovely run there. That was the number 7, Soren. Just couldn't keep the cross in play. Delivery overcooked. He's beaten twice in the first half. Would want to put that behind him. Now Bangladesh now having more players in their half. Having the numerical advantage. They attack and defend in numbers. Fine tracking back from Sri Suren. Almost made his way inside his own penalty area to recover that ball. Befitting work rate. Well, that was straight. Bhutan are onto it. That's a cheap giveaway. It's Faisal. Finds his man. Samuel. Onto Murshid. Infield for the captain. Bangladesh looking for the third in the closing embers of the first half. With just about less than 50 seconds remaining. That was a clumsy challenge. Straight onto the Bangladesh captain. He's clutching his ankle. Free kick awarded to Bangladesh. Can he direct this free kick into a goal? And Nazmul Faisal, he has that quality to score from that kind of a distance. Murshid hops over and the skipper takes it. And an ugly collision inside the box. And that might have hurt Tandon Penja. The Bangladesh player has hurt his face and looks like it's Rifat Qazi barging onto the keeper. Even in the last game, Bangladesh, they failed to impress from the set piece. Both of them hurting their face. Still receiving treatment. Tandon Penja. They have a big task on their hand. Trailing by a couple of goals. If they are to get something out of this game, they need to change things around in the second half. They've got to be aggressive in nature. Looked a bit ultra defensive ever since conceding the first goal. Might be one last attack of the first half. Oh, route one ball. Decent first touch. Kept in. Thinley. There's a player inside him. Quick feed from the number 22. Almost twinkle toward Samuel Raksham. And there goes the half-time whistle. It's been an eventful half for the Bangla Tigers. A goal in the first quarter from Murshid Ali, and the lead eventually extended by the other winger, Sri Suren, by the virtue of which the Bangladesh under-19 side, they head into the break with a 0-2 lead. And Bhutan will have to cut down onto their mistakes and come back strong in the second 45. Let's quickly have a look of the highlights from the first half. It's match number 3 from the Golden Jubilee Stadium in UP Arunachal. It's Bhutan under 19 against Bangladesh under 19. And show some urgency if they are to change the scoreline here.
Substitution for Bhutan, jersey number 9,
And the
Wang
conditions
Tenjin,
favoring them.
replaced by player number 11, Tenjin
They are used
Pulso.
to playing in these conditions even in their domestic league. We expected the players to cope up, to gel pretty well, but that hasn't happened. Now Bangladesh just playing a very tactical game in the first half, capitalizing on a couple of mistakes from the Bhutan defense and making them pay for it. Are struggling. Bhutan showing some attacking intent right from the second half. Might be a crossing opportunity for Sonam Doji. Yonton. It's Quen Zhang Wangchuk. Tinley. And every time he gets to the ball, generates a lot of interest among the fans in the gallery. Attract players towards him. He's got that ability to take on players for fun. Almost twinkle-toed a couple of green shirts out of the equation, but quick recovery from Bangladesh. Lovely 1-2. Here come the Bangla Tigers. It's Rifat Qazi. That was slightly wayward. Salahuddin tries to measure it. Dendup sharing. Where was the intended target? Bangladesh not in a real hurry. They have certainly taken lessons from the last game. They would certainly not drop their guard. Here is that miscommunication. Whenever they enter the second 45, the team somehow manages to panic. We just saw a glimpse of that. Stringing a few passes together. It's Yonton, the right centre back. No space to move forward. It's quite congested down there in the centre. Trying to bypass midfield. The referee blows the whistle. The offside flag went up. It was Ashikur Rahman. That was 50-50 for Sunny. Bhutan are converging. Looking quite promising with their press. That's much better. Intricate passing from Bhutan. That's more like it from the Dragon Boys. We'll get another bite on the cherry. Oh, misplaced pass. The move completely breaks down. The previous movement, a series of 5 to 6 passes, just missing the cutting edge in front of goal. Rinzin Doji. A smart ball breaking the defensive lines. Trying to kill the bounce, asking for a handball. Nothing doing, says the referee. Just allows the play to continue. 6 minutes into the second half, it's still Bhutan 0, Bangladesh 2. Good recovery tackle. An option on the left hand side. A man ahead of him as well. Rinzin Doji. Bangladesh are defending and defending well. Just closing down the nearby passing options. Forcing Bhutan to shift sideways. Someone need to take that responsibility of playing those balls in between the lines. There's Yugen Doji. They're keeping the ball well. A much better display from the first half. They're finally entering that attacking zone. Rinzin Doji. Bangladesh having the numerical supremacy. And just got to play the ball around with a bit more finesse. This is looking good for Bhutan. Tries to lob the keeper, just tipped over. He was tracking back Ismail Hussain and putting it over the crossbar for a corner. The first proper scoring opportunity for Bhutan. Just caught off guard. Sticks that right arm out. Sonam Doji. What can he produce? That's easy pickings for the Bangladesh defense. Just putting up some pressure in this half, trying to test the Bangladeshi defense line. Passing was much incisive from the Bangla Tigers. Some taking that undue pressure in the second half. The entire pattern has changed. Just couldn't shrug off that second half performance against Maldives. Just getting into that kind of a mindset of protecting the lead. Plenty of time left. Bhutan can be dangerous if allowed time and space. They're leaving a bit of a lacuna on the wide areas. Keldon Doji and Thin Leg can surprise the Bangladesh defense with their pace. Murshid Ali. He's out-muscled. Rifat Qazi for Bangladesh. He's won it. That was a desperate dive. Might have hurt himself. That doesn't look pretty at all. Was on the run, failed to apply the brakes. It's a tangle of the advertisement boards. Rifat Qazi not allowed to get in beyond Wangchuk. Bhutan are having the better exchanges in this half. Still nothing to show for yet. Another draw will make this group so interesting. Now that is quite far-fetched. Bhutan, they need goals. They've got options. Let's see when Sonam Denduk decides to play his cards. It's Rinzan Doji. Just surveys the scenario. Make sure Bhutan plays to the tempo he sets in midfield. Rinzan Doji. They play out nicely with confidence. Now going forward with purpose. It's a good looking ball. No risk taken. Sunny as safe as a house. Almost an hour's play gone. Bhutan showing some fight in this half. But still Bangladesh are in the driver's seat. Just couldn't get away from his marker. Bangladesh have decided to play this way, this half. The last game's result way heavy on them. Slightly edgy. A goal will bring back the Dragon Boys into the contest. Nazmul Faisal can change that. Surain overruns it slightly. And they are loving it. Right up there. Sunny, left centre back. given confidence to Golam Rabi Chotan to start him for successive games. Was impressive against Maldives as well. And Bhutan are taking their time. Again over the top. Bangladesh doesn't clear their line. Was in a spot of bother in terms of clearing it. Ashikur Rahman, a completely different player to what he was in the first half. And the South Asian Youth Championship, hunting ground for the budding players. A lot of scouts and club owners keeping an eye on this event in terms of sporting talents. And there is a SAFF quota in the domestic football of Nepal, Bangladesh and in Bhutan as well. Oh, this is looking good. This has opened up for Bangladesh. Just overruns it. Nazmul Faisal was charging through the center. Ashikur Rahman forcing them a quicker tempo. Doesn't allow them to breathe with the ball at their feet. Golam Rabi makes a change. The number 9 Mohammad Manik is coming on for Bangladesh, and off goes Rifat Qazi. Like for like change. Mohammad Manik much more physical. Got the ability to protect the ball and shield it and wait for his teammates to get into position. Rifat Qazi much threatening with the ball at his feet. Known for his fancy footwork, so both the players have got their own advantage and disadvantages. It's Sunny. Immediately trying to get into the ball. His first touch, not a productive one. Mohammad Manik was looking to turn. It gives away a corner. And Nazmul Faisal has been the standout performer for Bangladesh. Can he make something of this corner? Murshid Ali once in the first half with his left foot almost scored an Olympic goal, and this one just stretching the keeper. Back into the territory, feeble punch, a foul committed on Tandon Penja. Just curling it in from the left hand side. That's a teasing delivery. And this was the corner. In dipper, punched away by the keeper, drops right on the edge. Back in from Fazal. Curling it in. And the keeper came all the way, leaving his mark with the attempt to clutch the ball down. And the Maldives team, they're watching it. They drew 2-all against this Bangladesh side. And that second half performance will certainly give them a lot of confidence. They quickly identified the mistakes they committed in the first half. Now they will be in action on the 13th to play their second group game. And these are the goals. It all begun with this strike from Murshid Ali. And the entire Bhutan defense left stranded, appealing for offside. Great finish from the number 11. A sloppy defending resulting into the second. Suren with his left foot coming in from the blind side, wins it clean and getting it between the legs of Ismail Hussain, giving him no chance whatsoever. Now the ball is kept in somehow, not quite. Bangladesh completely defensive in this half. Conservative approach from Golam Robi Chotan's boys. And that must have been the plan. Just to see this lead off. The ball sent in. It's still not fully cleared. Dangerous lurking. A chance to hit them on the break. Suren trying to find Mohammad Manik. Just creating 3v1 situation. Bhutan, they come away with it. Ball sent in, good looking cross, just escapes and all insured. Shivang went up for it, and Keldon just leaving it for the number 12, who doesn't get on the end of that. Bhutan are getting closer and closer. That scooped nicely. A lofted pass. Quick release. They're getting their first Ashikur Rahman.
You're moving a lot of time.
Now scooped up. Got to control it. Then think about the cross. And Nepal will be playing their opening game. That match coming up next against Sri Lanka would be morally devastated after that heavy defeat against India. Would be a Herculean task if they gets the better of Nepal. Would be considered as an upset. It's hung up towards the back post. Chance for a header. Bangladesh somehow clear their lines. And the score line doesn't change. The rub of the green not going Bhutan's way. There's that dink. Deflected at the back post. Had an opportunity in the centre to glide it goalwards. Waiting in eagerness for the next game as well. And the kick-off timings as well very favorable at this part of the country. The people are free from work and they get into the stadium to witness some exciting clash. Just witnessing the feel of the South Asian football. Just relishing each and every bit of it. The spectators are very, very excited. There is gap on the right. Murshid Ali. Still Murshid Ali goes for the curler. It doesn't get it. It's deflected behind for a corner kick. The number 11. Cutting in from the right onto his left. A few orange shirts got in the way. It started to rain here. It's pelting down. Those aerial balls could be challenging for the keepers. This time the punch is very confident. A foul committed on the keeper as well. Meanwhile, the intensity of the range is starting to increase. It's pelting down. So runs out of Rinzin. They look too quick. They move forward into the box with minimal touches, Bangladesh. Bhutan will play next against Maldives, which is why the Maldives team is in the stands, just having a look at the next opponents. That's a clever ball. Ball comes in towards the number 12, sets it up for a shot. Good block from the goalkeeper. A clear-cut scoring opportunity. Excellent phase of play from Bhutan. Quickly cutting it back. The number 12, Tandin Shiwang, the right fullback. Time and again on to those adventurous trips. That was beautifully set up. Went for the toe poke. And a very good reaction save from the goalkeeper. This was the chance. They are just knocking time and again down that left hand side. Clever ball, brought it down nicely. Sat up beautifully. And the quality of the cross, absolutely inch perfect from Thinley with his right foot. And Shiwang putting it on a platter for Tendon. Corner kick for Bhutan. Kinle Dorji replacing Dendup. Thinley Yezer in corner duties. Looking for some luck from the set piece. Oh, sent in with great pace. Right onto the roof of the net. Too much dip on it. Tandon comes on. There's Manik. And that's how transfers his body weight onto the defender. Was inviting for the challenge. Just falling into the trap. Yonton. Attempted cross from Mohammad Siam is blocked. Away from one and almost past the second. And the defensive reinforcements arrive for Bhutan. It's a clash of titans. Two of the biggest footballing hotbeds, Bangladesh and Bhutan in the South Asia. Oh, that's beautiful, intricate passing and completely free in the center. And the ball didn't reach him. The captain Nazmul Faisal was waiting. The passing so incisive. That's one back by Tandon. And out wide for Thinley. That touch letting him down. Mohammad Manik with the chase on. Keeper has to come out. And that was a searching ball. Too much weight on it. And the Sri Lankan team and the Nepal team will be keeping an eye on this clash. That could be the future opponents in the knockouts. Just trying to buy some time. Ismail Hussain. It looks like cramps. Has been kept busy in this half. Bhutan just mounting pressure on the Bangladesh defense, but somehow managing to survive. The kids just loving it. Fans of all age group, a part of history. The future stars in action of South Asia.
Player number 10, phone number
Regulation time, less than 9 minutes left. Bhutan, they got to up their ante. A bit more intensity required in terms of moving the ball forward. Number 3, Sherab. Chogil Sherab comes on. It's Somit. Played it out. A very young head coach in the dugout for Bhutan, Sonam Dendup. And not just for the players, a platform for the head coaches as well to gain some experience on the South Asian age group tournaments, to increase your profile into a different breed of player for a coach. It is a learning curve for all these youngsters out there in the field of play. Oh, that's the way. Quickly latch onto it. Now the Bangla Tigers, Samuel Raksham. Murshid digs it out. Still holding on to it, Samuel. And draws a foul in his favour. Good first touch. Goes low and hard. A clearance from the Bhutan defense. Now can they turn defense into attack in the blink of an eye? Not quite. Good work down there by Fazal. A regulation time of just about 6 minutes left. Bhutan have put in a lot of effort in this half. Improved performance, but haven't been able to find the back of the net. They got close quite a few times, but the luck not going their way. There is U-19. They got to maintain playing this way. Now the next game as well. They got to be compact in defense. And the first 15 minutes very crucial. Now that is the stage where you try to stay sturdy and not concede. Early goals setting the tempo for Bangladesh. Just building on from there. And just a goal from Bhutan at this stage can make it interesting. From far out. Off the mark. And play stopped once more. This is the hit. It's quite challenging to keep the non-kicking foot in place. Slightly wet underfoot conditions due to the rain. Slipped slightly while lining up to take that shot. A victory will take Bangladesh to 4 points. They'll top the group for the time being. Would confirm their entry into the semi-final. Golam Robbie Chotan, Ismail Hussain, they know the importance of these 3 points. They're just a few minutes away from gaining that. Another shot from distance. Almost 30 yards out. As Manik completely isolated. 2 orange shirts surrounding him. He wins it back. That was a wasteful pass. We are surrounded by players. Lack of options. Bangladesh are having more players now back behind the ball. And the plan is quite clear. Just gonna sit back and defend the remaining few minutes of this game. What a telling ball! Just runs away. For the second time, Thinley. A glorious ball played in. They breached the Bangladesh defense once with a fine ball from the left hand side. Then Ismail Hussain was called into action. This time, Tendon fails to bring the ball under control. Sweeping ball from the left hand side by Thinley. They've allowed possession, they've allowed space to Bhutan inside their territory. Applying a high line in defense just to narrow down the playing area. I can draw a lot of plaudits from the fact they responded very quickly to the coach's instruction. Oh, what a great through ball. Flag had stayed down. Manik denied by Tandon Pencher. Split opens the Bhutan defense with that slide rule pass. And the number 9 was through on goal. 6 minutes added on. This was the pass from the skipper Fazil.
There will be a minimum of 6 minutes.
Sending Mohammad Manik right down the middle. Joy will be brought on just to run down the clock. The time ticking away for Bhutan. Bangladesh will be happy with this. And off goes the number 7. The scorer of the second goal, Suren, making room for Mohammad Joy.
Substitution for Bangladesh. Player number 7, Sri Suman Soren, replaced by player number 17, MD Joy of
A win secures a place into the semi-final for the Bangla Tigers. He's been asked to just drag the ball and out widen and buy some time. Making those diagonal runs and trying to take Yontin and Eugen Doji out of position. Still slight drizzle in the air. It's turning out to be feisty and fiery. And they find at least one goal back. Attempted flick on and runs out. Rinjin Doji is down on the deck, cramped up heavily. Bhutan, they'll come back here on the 13th of May to play against Maldives. Even a defeat keeps them in the race mathematically for the top 4. A low trajectory dealt with at the near post. Will get one more go at it. Tinley, clearly the best Bhutanese player in the field of play without a shadow of a doubt. Rinchen Chera has been introduced.
Substitution for Bhutan. Player number 7, Rinjin Doji, replaced by player number
Can he make
14, Rinchen Chera.
an impact? That is brought back into the territory. Shot from the edge, completely miscued. Not in control. Rinchen Chera right off the bench and straight away on the loose. Just a minute and a half left. A certain desperation from Bangladesh. Mistake from the keeper. Asking for trouble. Flash of pace. Excellent release, and the third. Great team effort. And the press finally paying dividends. The captain, Nazmul Faisal, gets the third for Bangladesh. A final nail in the coffin. A blunder from Tandin Penja, the goalkeeper. Fine acceleration from Murshid Ali. There he is. Away from two in a flash. And what a ball.
Goal for Bangladesh.
Saw the run of Faisal Nazbul approaching down the middle and acknowledges it with a fine setup. And the number 10 benefiting from Murshid Ali's brilliance. It's a game set match. All done and dusted. A big result for Bangladesh. Well, the last game, right from the jaws of victory, had to settle for a draw. Chance for more. What a tremendous pace. The goalkeeper had to intervene. And the number 17, Mohammad Joy Ahmed. And there goes the full-time whistle. A victory for Bangladesh, taking them right on top of Group A as they reach to 4 points from 2 games and books their place into the semi-final of the SAFF Under-19 Championship 2025. The first team to do so of this edition. And Bhutan, they taste a defeat in their opener. But still, hopes are alive for the Dragon Boys. A do-or-die game against Maldives next. Still a day's time